Bro, dang, can I load in the game?
No,
you gotta
bro,
get off
pissing
or
me
what?
off, bro. No, I've been waiting 35 minutes for you to get on, bro. What you been doing, bro?
Well, I'm gonna go back on Netflix.
I just finished the song.
Oh, my time.
Nigga, that song is weak, bro.
I know. So I have to finish it.
Alright, let me hear it. If it's not weak, I'm booting you.
Nigga,
It's not done. You wouldn't let me finish it.
Make it $1.50, nigga.
He's not going to be Jaden though.
Jacoby, 10 tier children, nigga.
No, be Jaden, bro.
$1.50, nigga.
1 in 6 versus 5 and 1.
Jacoby, if I beat this nigga, I want $10 in my cash app from Jacoby Weekly.
Okay. That's if you. That's if you
beat him.
Yep, say on God, Jacoby.
That's if you win.
Say on God if I win you 10-10.
Just one person will continue the conversation.
Nah, you fucking. I hate black people, bro, for real.
Just one first, cause what's all this talk about if you end up losing?
Alright, nigga, so say on God.
Jaden, just do your job.
Ah, how about you do your job and take care of your children?
They're taken care of. They get diapers every 3 months.
Fucking shitty booty like you, nigga.
Come on, Zach.
No, Zach, you stretch your ass. Zach,
Ready?
We have the conversation.
Yeah, I invited you. Or I started the thing.
Yeah, this nigga, never mind, this nigga 7 and 1.
It says a
Dude, I held Derrick Henry, bro. Daniel was not running.
Yeah. Hey, Jaden, you didn't press it? Back out and press it.
No, I ready it up. Come on.
Are you streaming, Jaden?
What? You ready up?
Jaden streaming? I'm about to watch this.
Oh, if you're streaming, I'm about to end the show because I don't want to lag.
Jaden, is there a way you can block Jacoby from watching, bro?
I might lag, I'm not sure.
You gonna stop me? You didn't block me from watching? Shut up, Odo.
Johnny.
I don't
Just
want
click on his
Jacoby
profile.
watching.
Have you not joined that?
I don't like how Jacoby's making people play on Madden, bro.
But I'm back out, we both back out, alright? Both back out and go back to the main screen, right?
Alright.
I will avenge my friend Andrew.
I don't think
I played a single game past the second quarter with Andrew.
Oh shoot, I'm 7-1. This man's 1 and 6. Your team is trash.
Bro, come on, tell me when you press it.
Alright, I'm pressing it right now.
Jaden, upgrade.
Get out my ear, bro. Shit.
Jaden, upgrade, Jaden. Upgrade your players, Jaden.
I already did. They already upgraded. Oh, no.
Come on, bro.
Okay, that's fine. I haven't upgraded. It's fine. I forgot you guys.
Niggas in the
Can I turn the mic off? Mic off?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they want to hear your voice. Oh. Do I got to end it for me to do it?
Falcons, I just made a play in the red zone, going strong. Watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I'm in the field like.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Returning it, John Ross. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. John Ross. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team to just score, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
18 on the play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st down, Saints.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Funches with a catch over the middle.
Wilson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 26.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
New Orleans.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Tonyan complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Robert Tonyan.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers' 11-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the gun, it's Brady. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brady sacked.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A rare pick six thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick sixes in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. After the interception, here's Wilson. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady to the right side to Eric Ebron. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. 14 yards there on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. A tight one. 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was...
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he...
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
39-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back seven, phenomenal.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now the third-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad Penny, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Wilson gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Wilson on the keeper, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They run it with Carson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
He completes it to Bryant. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Play action. Now it's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joe Hayden from his cornerback position on the sack that time.
Well, that's the second time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well.
After the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Devon Kennard with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And out. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this one gives these guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 20, Saints 8. Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing is Wilson. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to stick with Dez there. Got too physical. Pass interference.
I like your note there. So physical. Hard for any defender to cover Dez Bryant without drawing a pass interference call.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. That's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it up.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Ebron with it over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Here's Carson. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Eric Ebron. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter. Not
only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Going deep here for Bryant. And my goodness, another interception. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in 1 game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
He's going to go deep for Funchess. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Play action. It's Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion...
And now here is another interception. Picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Wilson pass. Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Looking deep here for Ebron. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 79 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, the 20, 10. Woo!
Won't fall again and